Okay, so here we go. As you can see here on the screen, we're in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, and we're going to jump down to verse 21. And it read thus: I beheld, and the same horn made what? War. Okay, now if you're familiar with this scripture and this book and chapter of Daniel, this is speaking of Daniel's vision, right? In continuation, the same horn made war with the who? The saints, and prevailed against them. Okay, so this is talking about the 10th horn, all right, that was on the horns of the fourth beast that was set out to conquer the whole entire world, right? So he made war with the saints. Who's the saints? Once again, that's the children of the Most High, right? Verse 12. Until the Ancient of Days came, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. All right, so the Ancient of Days, that's the Most High. Okay, he's the Ancient of Days, meaning he's the beginning of time, right? Before everything was created, right? The heavens and the earth, it was the Most High, right? And Hamashiach, the spirit of Hamashiach, right? And judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom. Okay, meaning that, when the power of the earth was transferred from one people to another, it was given to the children of the Most High, right? So during that time, after the Redeemer, which is Hamashiach, came and redeemed the people, which is the hopeful one-third elect, power was given to them, for rulership. Verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be as the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms and shall devour the whole earth. Okay, so this, like I said, this is the time of the fourth beast, okay, which is the so-called Greco-Roman Empire, okay, and then you had a lot of other kingdoms that spring forth from that. All right. In continuation, and shall tread it down and break it into pieces. So that's exactly what they did. They went throughout the earth conquering and colonizing. All right. They went all throughout Europe, during the Dark Ages, right? They went to Ireland and conquered those aboriginals over there, right? And that's where they brought so-called St. Patrick into captivity over there. Okay, they went to so-called India. They went to so-called Africa. They went to South America, Mexico, America, okay, Canada. They went all of these places, right, breaking it down into pieces, conquering and colonizing, right? Verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom, which is the fourth beast, right, are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings, okay? Verse 25. And he, which is that 10th horn, right, shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, right? And this is what they're doing. Even today, they're wearing out the saints of the Most High, right? Teaching false doctrines, feeding us lies and deceit and deception, okay? Gaslighting everyone, right, through their mass media, right? Telling us that the Bible was fake. Our God isn't real, right? Prayer don't work, right? Join their society, okay? Their capitalism, okay? This is what they're doing. They're wearing out the saints, and it's working. This is the reason why you have so-called 2/3 in the world today, right? A lot of them was led astray. A lot of them fell by the wayside, so to speak. Okay, they're falling messengers. Okay, they're supposed to be angels, which is messengers of the Most High, spreading the Most High word. But now they're teaching the doctrines of men and of the world. Okay, that's what you call 2/3. Okay, fallen angels, right? In continuation, and think to change times and laws. All right. So this is what they're doing. They're changing the times and the laws, right? They're telling you that the laws are done away with, We don't have to keep the so-called Big Ten anymore, let alone all of the other laws of the scripture. All right, so this is what they're doing, and they're changing times, right? They say that the new year is in the brink of winter, okay, when the new year is really now, okay? It was 2 weeks and a half ago. This is the reason why we're celebrating Passover and unleavened bread right now. We're in the fourth day right now, right? At sunset this evening, it's going to be the fifth day, right? So this is what they're doing. They're changing the times and the laws, right? Roman Catholicism have their own set apart commandments, right? That's different from the Ten Commandments, right? And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of times, right? Now, some people will say when it says time and times and the dividing of times, that's 1,000 years for each time, and a dividing of times could be 500 years or 250 years, right? So this is what some people believe, right? So when it says time, that's 1,000, and times, which is 2,000, and then a dividing of times. It didn't say a half of times. Okay, if it was to say a half of times, then that would probably be 500 years if the time in times is 1,000. So this could be speaking about 500, okay, or 250. All right. So if he was to count that in years, that would be the year 2,225 or 2,250. Okay. Verse 26. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. Verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the who? The saints of the Most High. All right, here's the patience and the faith of the saints, which is written in the book of Revelation, okay, which is in, I believe it's in the 13th chapter, in the 14th chapter, right, when it says, here's the patience of the saints. Okay, so this is what this is in reference to in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, right? Shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is a what? An everlasting kingdom under Hamashiach, right? The Redeemer, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. Who's the him? That's speaking about Hamashiach, because when we're going to be in the rulership, the hopeful 1/3 elect is going to be under the rulership of Hamashiach. Okay. So let's go to Daniel 8 right here. And we're going to jump down to verse 13. And it reads as follows. Then I heard one saint, okay? I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, how long shall how long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation? Okay, so that means the vision concerning our daily sacrifice to the Most High, in which we supposed to be doing, and the transgression of desolation, which is the rulership of the other nations, right there, putting the abomination in the holy place, so to speak, right? They're worshiping and honoring their false idol gods. They're worshiping themselves. They're teaching the Most High's chosen people and wearing out the saints to worship their false idol gods, right? Which is transgression of desolation, which is destruction, destroyed. Okay, that's what desolation means, right? In continuation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot. Okay, our sanctuary is our holy place, all right, which is our homeland, and also the holy temple, all right. All of that is being trodden underfoot now by the heathens. Okay, verse 14. And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed, meaning that it's going to be our time to be in rulership. Okay, and then we're going to cleanse the holy place, which is our homeland, all right, which is Jerusalem, and also our temple. Okay. So right there in verse 13, it's letting you know who the saints are again, which is the people of the Most High. All right, so this is the reason why I've made that suggestion to the people, because that's who the saints is. The saints is the people of the Most High. So according to the book of Daniel and the book of Tobit so far, it's letting us know who the saints are. They are the children, which is the people of the Most High, which is the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right, which is also known as the children of Israel, also known as the so-called African Americans, Hispanics, and Native Americans and similar Indians of African Negroid descent only. All right, so right here alone, in which I have plenty more other scriptures that I want to bring out, it's letting you know who the saints are. So just like I said, I was going to make this video according to biblical text on who are the saints, right? I'm not going to go off my own feeling or my own dialect or my own knowledge or whatever, or what I think or how I feel or whatever. This is coming straight from the Bible. It's letting you know who the saints are. So when you put one and one together, when you know the saints are the children of the Most High, then you will know that the children of the Most High is the children of Israel, okay, which is the seed lineage of Isaac and Jacob and Ibrahim. All right. So from here, we're going to go into the book of Psalm. Okay. We're going to go into the book of Psalm, chapter 50. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can, Salakia, type it in this way, like how I used to do it. Okay. And of course, you know, we only read the King James Version around these parts, right? All right, so hold on. Let me see something right here. All right, we're in Psalm. It's kind of messing up, or maybe I messed it up, which is my bad, right? Let's go to the King James Version. In which it should be switching over shortly. All right, let me try this right here. All right, so here we go. We're in the book of Psalm, chapter 50, as you can see here on the screen. And we're going to start at verse 1. And it reads, the mighty power, all right, in which that means God, okay? Now, according to the ancient Hebrew text, you know, God means power. Or some people may beg to differ. They're going to say, you know, well, God means, you know, Abu God or whatever from the book of, you know, a lot of people, they disapprove of that book too. I don't know why. I mean, I think it's nothing but truth in that book, but the book of Enoch, you know, they like to say, you know, that extends from the word God or Abu God or whatever, which is speaking about a false idol, in which I don't contest. You know what I'm saying? That's up for debate. But the word God, as written here, is also known as power. Okay, so when I say that word personally, speaking for myself, that's just what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the most high power of Scripture, right? So as it reads again, once again from the top, the mighty power, even Wamalak, all right, which is Lord here, all caps. This is talking about the Most High, right? Have spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun onto the going down thereof. Verse 2, out of Sion, all right, the perfect or perfection of beauty, Salakia. The Most High power have shined, okay? So the Most High only shines out of his people, okay? which is the seed lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? The children of Israel, all right? No other nation. Verse 3, our power shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. Okay, so this like I brought out in previous other videos, when it says that a fire shall be before the Most High, okay, and it shall be very tempestuous around him, that's speaking about the presence of the Most High. Salakia. That's speaking about the presence of the Most High, right? So, of course, like I've always said, even according to Scripture, it's in the book of Psalm, it is in the book of Jeremiah, how the Most High make his appearance, or when he's near, the dark clouds begin to hover like a bad storm is coming. Even also in the book of Exodus, when Moses was talking with the Most High, right? Whenever the Most High made his appearance, you heard the thunderings, you heard the lightnings, you heard the winds, you seen the tempest, which is the whirlwinds or tornadoes as the world know it, right? So when it says it's going to be very tempestuous around the Most High, that means it's going to be a lot of whirlwinds around the Most High when the Most High make his appearance, or when he's near, or the fire that's going to be before the glory of him, right? That's the lightnings. The lightnings is fire, right? It says it in the book of Enoch also, or in the book of Psalm or Jeremiah. It says, the lightning comes from the Most High. It says it in the book of Revelation too. He's the ones that's throwing the lightnings down, like, choo, choo, choo. He's throwing it down, right? So, and also, back in the day, with your own grandparents, your own granddad, and your own mom, they used to say when a heavy thunderstorm come around, or a lightning storm, or rains, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, right? Or tornadoes and stuff like that. They say, you have to turn off all of the, even though personally, I think it's a superstitious thing, right? But, it's well known, it's well documented that lightning does strike, electric poles or whatever. But, your grandparents will force you to turn off the TV and turn off all the electrical appliances in your home because they think that the house may be struck with lightning, right? So this is the reason why they started to put tar on roofs, or, any other thing that's made with rubber or tar. You know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why they started to build the houses with these kind of roofs. You know what I'm saying? Because when the lightning strike, it's not going to travel all through the house because you have rubber and tar on your roof. Okay, so this is the reason why our grandparents forced us to turn off all the appliances, turn off all the lights and stuff like that, and stay away from the windows, because it's a very high chance you might get hit by the lightnings, right? So that's a sign of how the Most High is near. Okay, so when you see the tempests, when you see the hurricanes, when you see the lightning, the thunders, the heavy winds, that's the Most High, and which basically happened during the Passover, okay, which was a week and a half ago. All right, so that was the Most High. Now, most people would differ and say, oh, no, that was the devil. That was Satan that done that. Well, most people who say stuff like that, they really don't understand Scripture. They don't even read the Bible. They don't even understand who Satan is, man. Just like I said earlier in the video, they think Satan is under the earth with a pitchfork. He have horns and a long tail out the back, and he's torturing damned souls in the middle of hell in the midst of fire. That's not Satan. That's not even in the Bible, man. Show me in the Bible where it says that, man. All right? All of you so-called Christians who claim to know the Holy Scripture and don't agree with our lifestyle, show us in the Bible where it says Satan is a red spiritual being with horns and a pitchfork and a tail down under the earth, torturing damned souls in the midst of fire. I'll wait. Show me. Show me. Show us. Show us. Right? So a lot of people don't know what they're talking about when they say, oh, that's Satan that's down here in Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas and Western Tennessee and North Carolina. They have all of these hurricanes and tornadoes going on, in Northwest Georgia and all of these places, man, right? I think it was like 170 tornadoes that touched down. And that was from the span of all the way from South Texas all the way up to like Iowa or Illinois or something like that, or Indiana, right? The Most High was doing damage during that time, man, right? But it's like I said, a lot of people would blame that and chalk that up to Satan, chalk it up to the devil, chalk it up to demons and all that. They don't even know what the hell they talking about, man, right? You got to read the Bible to understand these things, man. Okay, so this is the reason why it was the Most High's Passover. Okay, if you understood what the Passover was, we're not talking about 40 days of Lent. We're not talking about 40 days of Ramadan. We're not talking about communion, okay, and religious churchianity, which the world knows as Christianity. Okay, we're not talking about none of that stuff, man. We're talking about the Most High's Passover, man. Okay, not communion. All right. So this is what the Most High's Passover is about. If you understood what the Passover was about when the children of Israel was freed from the first Egypt, which is, technically known as the land of Mizraim. Okay, when you get into the definition of the word Egypt, it just means bondage and chattel slavery for the Israelites or any other person that's in slavery. That's what that means. It means bondage, all right? But the original name of the region was Mizraim, which was governed and ruled by the so-called Somalians, okay, and the Ethiopians and the Sudanese, and the Eritreans and so on and so forth, right? So that's what that's speaking about, man. So when the Most High made his way through the southern part of the United States, that was his presence, man. That's what he did. That was the Most High's Passover. Okay. It's going to be very tempestuous around him, as it says in the book of Psalm, chapter 50. You're going to see the fire before the glory of him, before his appearance, which is the lightnings shining all over the sky, flashing down and flashing upward from the ground and all of that stuff. That's the fire. Okay. Of course, when lightning strikes something, when it strikes a tree or when it strikes a car or something like that, what does it do? It bursts into flames. Okay, that's what fire is. Fire is the lightning. So when it says the fire will be before the glory of him, that's the lightning, and it's going to be very tempestuous. It's going to be whirlwind, tornadoes, hurricanes, and stuff like that. Right. So this is what this is talking about in the book of Psalm, chapter 50. Okay. So that's the glory of the Most High, man, during the Passover. That's exactly the time when all of that happened in the southern United States and the Midwest, man. That was during the Passover, man. All right. And also the so called blood moon or the worm moon, as people call it. All right. Now, getting back to the book of Psalm, verse 4. And he shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth that he may judge his people. Who's the he that's speaking about? That's speaking about the Most High. All right. When you hear the Most High speaks, just like I said with your grandparents, when it's thundering, that's the Most High speaking, right? So that's the reason why he said he shall call to the heavens from above. Okay. What's above? The heavens. All right. And to the earth that he may judge his people. Verse 5. Gather my who? Gather my saints. Okay. Gather my saints together unto me. Those that have what? Made a covenant with me by sacrifice. What's the sacrifice? That's leaving the worldly ways. Okay. We're not keeping the ways of the world no more. We're not celebrating so-called Christmas, so-called New Year's in the death of winter, so-called Lupercalia, which is Valentine's Day, okay, so-called Easter, 40 days of Ramadan, 40 days of Lent, communion, right? Mardi Gras, so-called St. Patrick, okay? We're not celebrating those. We made a covenant with the Most High by sacrifice. Okay, this is our sacrifice. We're repenting. Okay, we don't care how anybody else feel, what they think, or what they say. All right, this is our sacrifice. This is what we have to deal with, right? So who the Most High calls us? He calls us saints. Okay, and this is what we are. We're the saints of the Most High, man. Right? So this, like I said, this isn't concerning everybody in the world. This isn't speaking about anyone. This is speaking about the children of Israel, which is the seed lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, which is the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Afro-Negro descent, man. All right. So when the Most High speaks of the saint, he's speaking of the children of Israel, mainly the hopeful 1/3 elect. He's not speaking about the so-called 2/3. The 2/3, they're living like heathens. They're living like Gentiles. They're in the world, man. Right? They're celebrating Cinco de Mayo right now. They're celebrating St. Patrick's. They about to go hit the bars up and get drunk. Just like I said, drunkenness is sin. I'm not saying drinking itself is sin, but drunkenness is sin. Okay, so this is what they're doing. They're living like the heathen right now. All right. So when the Most High speaks of the saint, makes no mistake about it. He's speaking about the so-called hopeful 1/3 elect, man. Right, which is the people who's keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, keeping His ordinances and His high holy days. Okay, keeping His Passover and unleavened bread. And if they are, they should be in the 4th day right now, and the 5th day is going to be tonight at even. Right. So this is what the Most High is talking about when he's talking about his saints. We're the ones that made the sacrifice, the great sacrifice for the Most High, right? Going against the world, going against the people that supposedly love us, right? The so-called loved ones, going against friends and family and all of that. They're critiquing us, they're judging us, right? They're looking at us differently, they're looking at us sideways, right? Plotting and scheming against us, slandering us, right? This is the sacrifice that we've made for the Most High, right? Because we love the Most High just that much, right? We want salvation just that much. We want rulership over the nations, man. This is what we desire. This is the faith and the patience of the saints, man, the hopeful 1/3 elect, right? When Hamashiach is sent back to redeem us. So this is the great sacrifice we making because we know, right? We know what's in store for us when all of this is all said and done, which is coming to an end very, very, very soon, by the way, might I add. Right? So this is our sacrifice, man. And this is what we're doing for the Most High because we know when all of this is all over, it's going to be all good, man. Right? And with the so-called 2/3 is going to have to deal with, they're going to have to deal with whatever's going on down here, whatever trials and tribulations, whatever destruction, whatever chaos is going on down here. They're going to be left behind to deal with all of this, man. But us, we looking to be redeemed by Hamashiach, man, the hopeful 1/3 elect, man. So this is why we're sacrificing. We don't care what people think. We don't care what people say. We don't care what people feel, right? We know all of this is wrong. We know all of this is pagan worship, man, right? Dealing with so-called St. Patrick's Day, which I'm not down in St. Patrick's because personally I believe he's a Hebrew Israelite, right? But you're not supposed to be honoring and worshiping St. Patrick, man. You're not supposed to be going to a bar getting drunk for St. Patrick's Day, right? You're not supposed to be celebrating 40 days of Ramadan, 40 days of Lent, right? And then that goes into so-called Good Friday and then Resurrection Sunday, okay, in communion, right? You're not supposed to be keeping that. There's nowhere in the Bible that tells us to do these things, man. And then on top of that, the calculations is wrong to that, man, right? How can you say Good Friday when Christ was crucified and nailed to the cross on Friday and then Resurrection Sunday is 3 days, man? That's only 2 days. It's only 2 days, man. Do the calculations to that. How the hell you get there? How do you get 3 days from Friday to Sunday? How do you do that, right? And then you have you have communion, which is supposedly a watered down Passover, right? Which is 1 day. You just forget totally about the 7 days of unleavened bread, which is not grievous, by the way. Personally, if you ask me, I think 40 days of Ramadan and 40 days of Lent is way grievous than 7 days, right? But this is what the world choose to keep, man. And unfortunately, a lot of our people, which is the so-called 2/3, they're deceived into keeping these customs of the heathens, man, right? So show me where we're supposed to be keeping 40 days of Ramadan, 40 days of Lent until Good Friday and Communion and Resurrection Sunday, which is only 2 days, right? Show me where in the Bible where God's people or the people who believe in the Most High supposed to be following customs like that, man, right? Prove to us in the Bible where that's at. So this is the sacrifice that I'm talking about, man. The true servants of the Most High, the hopeful 1/3 elect. This is what we're doing for the Most High, man. We're sacrificing against the world for redemption when Hamashiach is sent back, man. Right? Back to the book of Psalm. Verse 6. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for the Most High power is judge himself. Salah. Verse 7. Hear, O my people. Who's the Most High's people? That's the chosen people of the Most High, the so-called saints, man. All right, the children of Israel. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Yasharallah, and I will testify against thee. I am the Most High power, even thy power, which is your power. Okay, so the Most High right here is letting us know that he's our power. He's our God, the God of Israel, the God of the Holy Scriptures, man, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, man, the children of Israel, the so-called black man, Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indian of Afroid Negroid descent, man. All right. Verse 7 again from the top. Hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Yasharallah, Israel, written here, and I will testify against thee. I am the Most High, all right? Not Allah, not Buddha, not Krishna, Shiva, Madhava, okay? Not Fuchsius, okay? Not yourself in self-projectory and Satanism. Just like I said, Satanism is just a worship of self. Our people don't even understand that. They think when you're a Satanist, you're worshiping, just like I said, some red being that's under the earth in the midst of hell, torturing damn souls in the midst of fire, man, with a pitchfork. That's not Satanism, man. Satanism is a worship of self, man, right? But what the Most High said, none of those gods or gods, lowercase g, by the way, right? He says, I am the Most High power, even your God, Yasharallah, right?